But my whole point is,
Can that be streamlined more?
Who's
You know,
enforcing?
if they're not doing it anyways and we're paying for it, does it really need to be done?
You make a good point when you say they're policing themselves.
right,
You know, other than
who from us are releasing them?
bringing something to their attention, or you were at an event over the weekend in another building, you told them something was not done.
And I heard about it again this weekend, something else wasn't
It
done.
didn't make sense to me.
No.
It made sense why they may have waited till Monday for their purposes, and not for anyone that may have been occupying that building on the following day or that evening. So that I need to address with them.
But I also think, like I said, I can't stress enough, as a board, we need to get some figures from finance as to what it would cost, or what it has cost us, for certain big items, just in this building alone, such as the HVAC, such as fire testing, such as, off the top of my head, I can't think of a couple other things, but I've been looking at bills, but basically, you put them out to bid. You know, this is the HVAC system for this school, this is what, you know, we want it out to bid. Fire testing, same thing. Because I'll guarantee, if you look at the overall numbers in 1 year of what we spent, all right, between what we spend and outside contractors, okay, to make repairs in here, maybe we're beating ourselves to death here. We're chasing fires instead of putting them out. You know, and maybe.
Well, what are you talking about, going through it on the service contract?
Yeah, in other
Oh,
words,
so
instead
just
of.
general maintenance is what you're
But
talking
what I'm saying is,
Some of the bigger
some of
things,
the,
yeah.
in other words, we need to tweak this, the bid spec so that,
And things that we're spending.
about. No, I know, like HVAC, so you're talking about a service contract for HVAC?
yeah, like O&L, or not O&L,
No problem with that.
what's the name of that place there
Air
that does it
conditioning
now?
and.
Yeah.
Dornfeld,
Yeah.
right? They're fully
That'd be
capable
smart,
of
because
giving us a
you could-
bid
You can eliminate a lot
and
of.
saying, this is
a lot
what
of
we'll do
stuff.
for you, this is the
have
preventative
one
maintenance we'll
company.
perform.
Well, no, you don't let them
responsible.
No, I know, I'm saying though,
You tell them what
But
you
there's
got.
several
They gotta worry
companies
about
like
maybe
that.
on call.
that, you know,
All the
they can
time.
give us a bid. Same thing with fire testing, you know?
Break it down.
There's a bunch
You
of,
might save money.
them out. It's stuff that has to get done, you know it has to get done every year. It's mandated, not to have that so much, but let's put it this way. When Joe Trav said to us at a meeting that they found linkage,
The condition of the
not done,
equipment after 10
they
years.
found
and
things
so
wired
forth, and then
backwards.
do it accordingly.
they found a bunch of stuff that was
Yeah,
neglected.
that's a good idea.
That's telling me that O&L neglected it. And whoever else was supposed to be up there. But if we went out to bid on that alone, okay, then that service contract would go to, say, Dornfeld. You could say to Dornfeld, when the coil breaks or it goes like, whatever happened up there. Maybe they do go like that, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, you find Lincoln was backwards. Well, how come it was that way? You know what I mean? Who's been maintaining it? Now you have a service contract to do the preventative maintenance as well as the maintenance. You follow me? If you look at,
Should be some kind of service contract.
I'm sure if you're looking at numbers on things that we do here, and other schools too, okay? Some of them might be big enough that it warrants going out to bid for services for those certain things, that we can take out of this other thing.
Now let's, let me John up to speed a little bit. John, the biggest concern people have is that one page right there, that we've only got one bid on as far as the maintenance of the school. The $81,000 management contract is something that we feel is something we need to address to see exactly as it put out there. You had some thoughts not only of security, but of that maintenance contract possibly, where it seems that we're paying $81,000 for a management company to manage themselves.
Well, I don't think everybody kind of knows where I stand. I just don't believe in management companies. I think
I think so. But
it's
that's
just
what
absurd.
you're saying.
I mean, I believe in outsourcing where it makes sense to outsource, but management doesn't make sense to outsource. You're paying somebody to manage a facility. Hire somebody. If you're gonna pay $81,000, hire somebody for $50,
Yeah,
save
but
$30.
But like Tommy said, he brought up a good point too. Hire somebody that's a one-year contract at a time, personal or how'd you put it?
No, contract employee.
Contract employee,
No, I'm saying,
employee with a loan.
what I'm saying is that there should be, you don't have to pay $81,000. Hire somebody, whether, like you said, however you want to do it, whatever benefits the board. But I'm not, whether it be security, whether it be management of this building, manage what? What are you managing? A cleaning contract? Well, why are we gonna pay 5% to manage a cleaning contract? Put it out to bid?
Well, basically, aren't they saying that that's what they earn, that's their fee?
What?
That
$81.
management fee?
Yeah, what about the 71,000?
That's what they're
Almost
gonna charge.
72,000. What's that about?
That's
The
what
one?
There's another management fee down here, contractor management.
71,000.
71,005.
Well,
So
basically,
put
that's
the two of
what,
those together,
One's a salary account that's part of the, that's actually part of the contract. The other one's an estimated number that's part of the management of different contracts, whatever the value of those contracts are.
yeah.
And to me, that I don't understand why we would pay a contractor to manage our contracts. It's, you know, it's just crazy.
doesn't make sense.
I'd rather have a dedicated person up here who knows this building, whose primary responsibility, that's the person you knock on the door. Don't try to chase down the cleaning company or, you know, whatever the situation, you go to him or her. That's the person who knows who the person to call immediately is. That's the go-to person that if they're not in this building, they've, what's the word I'm thinking for, said, okay, Tommy's the guy to call, and in other words, yeah, delegated. They've delegated it so that, and set up a procedure as to who the calls are. If somebody didn't show up and the building's not open, you know, there's a list right down to, okay, you know, this was serious, I need to call Tony Serial. I need to let him know that this happened on Saturday afternoon. Those are some of the things that we lose control of when you start outsourcing. You know, you got an outsourced security contract who answers to a management company who didn't feel as though it was necessary to make Joe Trav aware of the fact that the heat wasn't on in the gym.
Where's Joe Trout's job?
Well, listen, I'm looking at the bid specs here.
Where's Joe Trout's job?
His job is to overlook this contract.
Is to
That's
oversee
his
the
job. Anything that doesn't go right in this building, he's got the responsibility to let Tony know, according to this contract.
Well, yeah, but that's my point. Is
Because
that,
if something
so
goes
somebody doesn't
wrong,
call Joe to tell him
he's
that
supposed-
something went wrong, that the heat
Yeah,
wasn't
but
turned on.
if he's monitoring this building and things are going
Why you
wrong,
gotta
and
hire
Vanessa
somebody
has a
else to
stack
pay?
that thick of things that aren't
I'm
being done.
talking about Sunday, well, that's why we're out to bid. That's exactly what Joe was saying, is that this is getting out of control.
Well, because that's what I'm saying.
ORNL is not
We're
responding,
paying Joe to oversee the contract, and we're paying them to oversee.
and that's why he's recommending that that ORNL might not be we need to look at alternative solutions.
Or we're paying our own men to come in and do
Yeah.
it over and
Yeah.
over.
That wasn't part of Joe's
Yeah.
responsibility, though.
Yes, it is in this contract.
Joe won the rate
He
to
won the-
to
he won
oversee
it.
this. He won that.
That was
He won it.
recent.
Yeah.
No, this is years
No,
back.
that was years
That was
ago.
in
Years
court.
back, he went to court on
He went to
this.
court on that.
He did,
Yeah.
But he
That
oversees
this,
this
he
building.
is the director of buildings
He
and grounds, so
brought
anything you do,
even in this
even
building.
in this building.
Right.
Now, my point is that he's only as effective as the people who are answering to him, and they're outside vendors.
Right.
And that's a problem.
But I also, in
I
fairness to
guess I
Joe,
half agree with that.
in fairness to Joe, though,
Tell
there's
me
only
that.
one person.
What?
You got-
Oh, we got no hot water in the kitchen. Well, you know there's miles